I wonder if there will be more like stuff where the West and KR collaborate on things. There will be more opportunities for us to like collaborate like that. Because like that was really kind of the first thing that anybody did to really connect the KR audience and the Western audience. Because Benji and like Memo and like Saint and them, they're not KR streamers. They stream Lost Ark Korea, but their audience is not a Korean audience. They have a Western audience. So I'm really wondering if, you know, there's anything that's going to happen in the future that's going to be able to let like, you know, our regions do more like collab events and stuff. Yeah, Stu's talked to Powder Snow before. Yeah, I guess. Well, but that was mostly about like classes? What was that about? Was it just like an interview where he was asking Powder Snow like questions about himself? Because like this is like the first time where there has been any like discussion about like topics, like, you know, like concerns or like controversial issues within the community. So I'd be curious to see if there's like more opportunities in the future for like the West and the KR community to talk and like just talk about like issues, like, right? Talk about like, hey, I know that we're having these issues in our region. What do you think about it? Because you know, it's like, hey, you know, this is happening in the West, this is happening here. And like, I'm curious, did you guys experience this when you were having this? And what are your thoughts on it? And do you think that it's like we could have like there's any solutions? And then in a way, like, you know, influence some sort of change maybe if we find out like both regions are feeling a certain way about a topic. Like, you know what? Now that you mention it, you're right. Elixir and Transcendence do fucking suck ass. And it's like, well, since we both think it sucks cock, why don't we let Smilegate know that it sucks fat cock? Or like, you know, with KR, it's like, hey, you know, DPS meter is a thing in the West, but it's not a thing in KR. Like, is it something that you think, you know, is really good? Why do you guys use it and why do you guys enjoy it so much? Like, is this something that we should be advocating for as well? These are like all things that should be done. Oh my god. It's like, we both play the same game. We both have the same issues. You know, we talk about Transcendence and Elixirs being trash months before KR talked about it. But imagine if we collaborated with KR and like, you know, the KR actually like had somebody there to like, you know, help us, like, or like not even help us, like help KR see that the fucking Elixir system's garbage. And imagine if that happened and we were able to get change months ago before the problems got super serious and people started quitting the game, you know? Like, imagine that happened. It feels like there's a lot of, like, missed opportunity there with that aspect. With us not, like, collaborating earlier or having more opportunities to collaborate and talk to each other. But at the end of the day, you know, again, the language barrier is tough, but it's not like we live in the fucking 21st century, guys. We have the tools. We have the people. We got Benji. Benji Neem can come and help us out here. Benji Neem is the savior of Lost Ark Global, guys. Not Korean Lost Ark, not Western Lost Ark, global Lost Ark, guys. He's the one bridging the cultures, bridging the regions, bridging the universes. When I used to play first as NN, I would only hear about remnants of KR community, but I don't know if anyone bridges between KR and the rest of the world. Yeah, and I feel like we're a fucking globalized world, like globalization, baby. We're connected. We are the world, you know? We should hold hands and help each other out and make our game better. Clearly, we play the same game and we have the same issues. While there are certain issues that we experience that they don't, or certain issues that they experience and we don't, we should all come together and advocate for each other. Saint has said this before, and I wholeheartedly agree that, you know, the West has definitely, just by existing, made a lot of things better for Korea. Like, we have made a lot of things better for Korea because a lot of the nice things that came to Korea and wouldn't have come if they didn't come to our version. I do fear that Benji will get invent for something Stoop said. That's not a zero possibility. That is definitely a possibility for real. We're like that bitch about something about being fed shit, apparently. No, I mean, and I think that's our culture, though. It's like Asian culture in general, right? Is like when something's wrong, like a lot of times you don't want to speak up about it. Because if you speak up about it, you'll be seen as like, you know, I don't know, going against the fucking grain and like, you know, being like not happy with what your like elders or like your higher ups are giving you, whatever it might be, right? So that's definitely a cultural thing. And you know what? When Korea doesn't want to speak up about it, we will. All right? And that's why, and that could be like a, you know, you'd be like, hey, you know, we as a Korean community heard that the West is saying this, guys. What do you guys think? A Smilegate, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like, you know, all in all, I'm just saying that we should definitely have more conversations and more inter-region events.